he was also trying to keep it secret from everybody else because like he knows it ain't her. So I think that was part of it as well.
Oh yeah, that was definitely part of it.
Yeah.
But I just put the brief narration so that if it ever turns into a movie, people don't know this little spoiler.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to the Random Guest Room podcast. Today we have Aiden, also known as Cast Iron Macaroni. Welcome, Aiden.
Thank you for having me. This is my first time doing someone else's show. Usually I'm doing the Rum Dum podcast. Check us out on YouTube and Twitter and Spotify.
Yeah, it's a fun podcast. And, he usually has alcohol on it.
Yeah. That's why we call it the Rum Dum podcast, because usually either drinking rum or whatever and getting a little wild.
Yeah, it's such a fun concept. And honestly, it's so unfiltered when you're drinking alcohol and talking about different topics as well. Yeah. So that's the vibe. Sure. And I'm so happy that I found you on a Reddit thread, actually.
Yeah.
So it's wild how you can meet so many different people from the internet. And that's what the show is about. It's all about unraveling random internet topics. And in fact, we have 3 fun topics today that Aiden and I will be discussing. To start off with, we're going to have what decoding Gen Z slang is like. So we're going to talk about Riz, Delulu, Brad, 6, 7. We're going to talk about a wild Reddit story that is turning into a movie. And last but not the least, we're going to talk about some weird internet hacks that usually work. So as usual, I'm going to start off with an icebreaker question for you. So if you could have any superpower just for one day, what would it be and why?
I mean, superpowers, I'm probably going to go with some ability that lets me change matter, kind of like have you ever seen Invincible? Have you ever seen Invincible?
Yeah.
Adam Eve. I would probably go with Adam Eve's powers, where she can kind of turn stuff into different things.
Ooh,
you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, where you can literally just transmute matter. That's because, like, what can't you do to that?
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah. So what would you transmute?
Well, I mean, in the context of something like the show, I don't know why this doesn't happen, but like, so Omni-Man, they can't beat him. But it's like, if her powers are literally changing matter, why can't she just turn them into like a block of cheese or like brick? Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there's some lore reason for that, but yeah, I don't know. I'd probably just make myself. Well, I'll just make myself like find some cinder blocks and just turn them into gold. I'd be set. It wouldn't be enough to inflate. It wouldn't be enough to inflate, gold to make it go down. Just enough to have a couple cool mil, like 10 mil. I'd be good.
Oh, yeah, prices right now are crazy anyway, so that would be a good one. That's smart, really.
What about you? What power are you taking?
Honestly, I've thought about this in the past. So I would probably be invisible. I think the powers of being invisible would just be so cool. Like, you can find out so many things around the world and, snoop into people's house.
Yeah, it'd be cool, but what happens if someone finds out you're there? Because you're invisible. You're not untouchable.
Exactly. Yeah,
man.
Invisible. If I don't want to be in a situation, I could just vanish and, problem solved, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, unless they got thermals. Unless they got thermals on, then they're still gonna see you.
Oh yeah, that's a problem here right now. Yeah. It's really cold, but that would be my superpower, I think.
All right.
Being invisible. All right, so let's move on to our first topic. So we all know that language is changing, and with the whole Gen Z slang that is going on, there's a whole new language that has been created, right? Let's start with Riz. So, do you know what Riz means?
Yeah, it's short for charisma. It means your ability to charm people, typically in a romantic fashion. Typically.
Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, I haven't used this on a daily basis. I hear people talk about Riz or, just like, oh, this guy has so much Riz or whatever. It's a thing now, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, people on Reddit have a unique thing to say about this. Well, some person said that I'm 36 and Riz isn't even that bad. It's kind of a cool slang for charisma, as you rightly said. So this one is definitely crossing the generation lines. I think like people are getting used to the slang, I'd say. Yeah. So not that bad, right?
No, I think a lot of people use it. I mean, not really Gen X and older use it.
Yeah,
So it's more like Gen Z,
more
Alpha, and I guess millennials. So like 80s and younger, like born in the 80s and younger, not 80 years old.
yeah,
But yeah, so that one's not crazy. I mean, some of the worst brain rot ones are the ones nobody's like really using, like the Gen Alpha stuff.
yeah.
I don't know if you want to get into that or whatever, like the 6-7. I guess people are talking about that. There's a South Park episode about it.
Oh yeah, South Park is always on top of like the latest trends
Yeah,
and go on.
for sure.
It's so great how they've kept up with all the generations. I think that's like one of the few shows that I've really, really kept up till now.
Well, yeah, because they make them week to week. Like most shows, it takes like months for the writing, animating. But I don't know if it's still like that. But yeah, it used to be up until now. Like every week they made it while they were making it.
Yeah, it is such a fun show. I keep going back to it whenever I want to get like a little boost, or if I'm just feeling like, a bit lazy and I want something in the background to just keep going.
Yeah.
So yeah. So the next one we have is Delulu. This one
I don't even know that one. When you said, I don't know if you sent it to me in the Discord or whatever. But yeah, I didn't even know what that one was. So you're gonna have to fill me in on that.
Don't worry about it. Delulu literally means delusional.
Well, yeah, but I hadn't heard it.
Yeah, people say stop being delulu, or there's a famous one that says being delulu is the salulu, where people really like think about the wildest of things and they kind of manifest it in ways where they envision something or being delusional about something till they actually get it.
Yeah.
And you see like a lot of people who are actually really chasing their dreams by being delulu. I'm seeing that a lot on the internet.
I feel like delulu is probably used more by like girls. I don't think that's really in the guy sphere of the internet. That's got to be an Instagram thing for sure,
No, yeah.
right?
I think that's true. I think that's true. It's more of a girls thing, but I've been seeing guys using it a lot as well. At least
Name a guy that said that. I ain't never seen. Well, you're in Canada. It's a little different. I'm in the South. down here. Okay, it's a little different. Up there in Toronto.
They're saying it to the girls. So.
Right. Trying to fit in. Trying to rizz them up.
Exactly, yeah. So they're trying to fit in by saying slang words like delulu. Maybe it's like a little more, it's a better way of being accepted.
Yeah, it's like trying to soften it up. Because like delusional sounds mean. Like if you tell someone you're delusional, like it sounds mean. Yeah, so it's kind of like adding lol onto something to make it less serious.
Yeah, I think you're so right. It's also associated with toxic behavior, I guess. So that's the other part of being delulus, where you're just so toxic and you're delusional basically. So yeah, the next one we have is brat. You probably heard of this one.
Yeah, but I don't know. That word's kind of always been around. It's not just like a young person thing. Yeah, it's not really just.
Well, off late though, because of the Taylor Swift song and even Charlie XCX. Brat Summer was a thing this summer in 2025, and more than an insult, it's turned into like this confident, sassy attitude that people have right now. So, brat girl, or it's just become like a personality thing, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's just a code for like a badge of empowerment, I'd say. So it's fascinating how the meaning has shifted to like, oh, she's being a brat, to like, she's a brat, like confident and sassy.
Yeah, it did take, and I saw. Did you see that guy? He got brat tattooed on his forearm, and I guess it got like infected or something, and it turned his arm like all bubbly. Dude, that was nasty.
Yeah, okay, he may have gone to some wrong tattoo artist for that.
I guess, but I think it's funny that he got that. It was so wrong. His whole arm started rotting off.
Ugh, yeah. And the last new on the scene is 6-7. Okay, this one has gone wild on the internet. It's almost like a code language between this generation, and it took me a while. Like I saw some reels and I suddenly saw 6-7 pop up on TikTok, and I'm just like, what does it actually mean? But you know what it actually means? Nothing.
Are you a millennial or Gen Z?
Cusp of Gen Z and millennial.
Yeah.
I fall under the Gen Z part of Gen Z millennials. So I kind of I understand both of it.
Yeah. So but like the Gen Z, a lot of the big part of memes is like anti-humor. Like anybody older is not going to know what I'm talking about right now, but you might. Where like, you remember when just the letter E was a meme, like 2016. That like the surreal memes with like the super high contrast stuff. So a lot of our generation knows about this anti-humor. That's not going to make sense to like a more It's not traditionally funny like the old memes where it was a joke with text and then text and it was a joke. It's
Yeah.
anti-humor that doesn't make sense and it's nonsensical. So that is the funny thing about 6-7. I don't
Yeah.
find it super funny, but it's in the same vein of the anti-humor that actually is meaningless, and that's kind of the point.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like cool, legit. It's confusing to others sometimes. Like I was talking to some colleagues at work today and they were just like, oh, like my sons use it. And we were trying to use it in a sentence and they were just rolling their eyes and they were
Yeah.
like, that's not cool. So,
Yeah.
well, you could see the older generation trying to fit in by using such slang,
And
but
then you
then
kill it. That kills the whatever it
that
is trying
kills
to do
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you think? Like the slang helps bridge like generations or just,
I mean, I think it's just a natural part of language and things that come up. Another term that's going on right now. What do you think about clankers? Have you heard of clankers? Do you know what
no,
that's in reference to?
that's new to me.
So with the like the AI generating stuff, like AI generated videos and stuff, people
Mhm.
are using it as a derogatory term for the artificial intelligence, like a robot. It's like a slur for robots.
Like
Yeah.
slow robot, you could
You said
say.
what?
Is it like a slow robot or something? Like,
No, it's just a slur for robots. People that aren't happy with like AI taking over different things, making videos. You know,
that's
and it
interesting.
actually came from. Did you ever see the Clone Wars, the animated Star Wars show? Apparently, it came from that show. Someone
Ah,
said
no,
it
I
in
have
that show.
not
Yeah,
seen it.
but that's a thing that wouldn't have been a thing just a few years ago. People upset about like robots potentially taking people's jobs. Like that wouldn't have been a thing. So it's just the weird terms like that. I mean, that's just always how it is. The new generations come up with new terms for stuff as things change. So
Yeah,
nothing new
no,
under the
it's ever
sun.
changing. And I kind of feel old because a lot of these terms, well, people around me don't use it actively in conversation. But if you speak to someone that's younger, they would use it in the everyday language, which is very, very interesting. So
Yeah,
that's when you know you're getting older.
yeah, I
When you're,
suppose.
oh, yeah. Well, let's dive into our next topic.
Wonderful.
So, this one is an interesting one about a Reddit story that is probably turning into a movie. So, it's after a Reddit post that's called I Pretend to Be a Missing Girl So I Could Rob Her Family. And guess who's starring in it?
Well, is this confirmed, or are they just trying to get Sydney Sweeney in it?
Trying to, Sydney
Trying to, yeah.
Sweeney. Yeah.
Well, she's in
I think
some drama right now. I'm sure you've seen that. She's in a little bit of drama right now.
yeah, and she's all over the news and
Yeah.
she's been trending for this whole year. So
Well, apparently she just had a movie flop where she was like a boxer. Apparently that movie did not do well. Yeah, I heard it
yes,
didn't do good.
I
I
wanted
think Christy maybe.
Christy, yeah, I wanted to see that movie, but then I saw the reviews and I'm very biased towards like reviews
Mm.
when I go to Rotten Tomatoes and I see if the movie's doing well or not. So anything that's 80% above is something that I will watch.
Yeah.
Anything under that, I'm not even
What
gonna
did it get? Do you know? Do you remember what it got rated?
I don't remember actually, but let's have a quick look.
Yeah, supposedly it did not do well. So if they're trying to get her in this movie, they might not want to after that because she might not be a good move. I don't know. Because like she did that show Euphoria, right? That was like where her
Yeah,
big thing was. Yeah, I never saw that, but everybody liked it.
not either. But Christy actually got 66% Rotten Tomatoes,
Ooh,
which
ooh, yeah, no,
is not good. That's not good.
yeah. It was
But
kind
on
of
the
weird
other,
that they cast her as a fighter because I don't really think of her as like a, she's not one of those actresses like that lady from Battlestar Galactica or whatever. That's like a tough woman or whatever. I don't
yeah,
really see her as like a fight, like a professional fighter. I just couldn't buy that.
she has a very soft look and a soft personality that is associated with her. At least like in the past stuff that she's done. So having something like this, maybe people didn't really see her in the character, and I think that's what maybe
Yeah.
made the movie flop. But I think after she's not done too well in that role, people may actually want to see her in a role like this because this has more of her kind of vibe and energy where she could use her acting skills
I
to
don't
it.
know from what I remember from the story, I don't know if she would be a good fit for this because like she's kind of a dirty street rat. The character's kind of
Yeah.
a street rat who goes, "Oh my god, I'm a dead ringer for this little girl that went missing 20 years ago or whatever." I don't picture this like bubbly like pretty
You need
Barbie girl in that role. I just don't see it either. But I
you
mean,
need a good makeup artist though. I think if the makeup artist does a good job with
Yeah.
making her look really different, I think it could work. But I also think that she's pulling the crowd, right? So they want to,
Yeah.
keep someone that's trending and star somebody who's currently trending for a role like this. So just a brief about like what the story is for everyone to know is that the story follows a homeless drifter who finds a photo of Michaela Murray, a girl missing for 12 years. The drifter looks similar and impersonates her to get close to the family and rob them. Initially, the family believes she's the real Michaela, leading to tense emotional moments, especially with Michaela's younger brother who grows suspicious. The plot thickens when the brother warns her about their dangerous father and the mystery of the real Michaela's fate. The story blends desperation, identity, and family secrets in a chilling thriller narrative. It's like a twisted roller coaster. It's shifting perspectives.
Yeah, and I think, well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think in the story, spoiler alert if I'm right about this, but wasn't the twist that it turns out the dad actually killed her? So he immediately knew it wasn't her because he killed her. He killed his kid. So he immediately knew. And he was also
Yeah.
trying to keep it secret from everybody else because like he knows it ain't her. So I think that was part of it as well.
Oh yeah,
Was part
that
of the
that was
twist.
definitely part of it.
Yeah.
But I just put the brief narration so
Yeah.
that if it ever turns into a movie, people don't know this little spoiler.
Yeah.
It's been trending. That's why I picked up this topic, and I think that if it turns into a movie, that'll be so interesting.
Yeah.
And on like the point of view that the realness behind these stories on Reddit, do you think it makes for a better film, or could movies sometimes glamorize pain? I don't know, like, do you think this is a good way to make a movie based off
Are
of
you asking if like specifically like an internet horror story being turned into a movie is like a good thing?
yeah, yeah, or let's say an internet horror story.
I mean, if the writing's good, the writing's good.
Hmm.
If they wrote it behind closed doors in an office, or if the story's already out there on the internet, I don't think it really matters. I mean, I guess you could argue it might help box office numbers if they can point to like a successful social post that the story's in. They can go, "Hey, look, this post went viral. It's got like 1 million views. This video about it. This video's got 1 million views on it." That might help get it pitched. But as far as the
Hmm.
quality of the story, I don't think it matters. It would just be more helpful for the pitching process and to get money behind a story if it was already proven like that.
Yeah, that's true. I think if they really also find a different angle to it, which the internet doesn't know, where they probably find out what's happening behind the scenes, and that part is not published, I think that exciting angle could make for a very good movie or a very good documentary as well, if
Yeah,
that's
it'd
the
be
case.
good to change it so that way people who've already read it,
Yeah.
are like, well, I already know what's going to happen, so that'd be good. But I mean, they can do that. But knowing how things go, they'd probably try to make it like a long, like series on HBO or something where it takes forever.
Yeah,
Try to stretch it out. But I mean, it could
that's
be
not
good.
fun.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't know if that's fun. If it depends on how interesting they keep it, right? Like
yeah,
some long series can be really fun if like every single episode ends with a little bit of a cliffhanger where you are waiting for the next episode.
yeah.
So I think that angle could be fun, but not when they just drag it for the heck of it. But we'll go on to a third topic
All
that
right.
is weird internet hacks that actually work. So there's some weird ones that I discovered as well while I was doing a little bit of my research on it. Some have tried, some have not tried. So there's like a few clever ones. So did you know that if your phone battery is dying fast, you turn on airplane mode while charging and it can speed up the charge?
I didn't know that until you told me about it. Do you know why that works? I thought it just shuts off like the cell signal in like a Wi-Fi. So why would it make it charge
Yeah,
quicker?
that consumes a lot of your battery as well.
Oh,
So I feel like if that's off, then your phone can charge faster. Or even if you like switch off your phone and charge it, like usually when I don't have any time and I want a quick charge, I just do that.
yeah,
And it helps a little bit more than usual.
yeah. Okay.
So that's a fun hack. And then another hack is if you need to screenshot a whole web page on your phone, On many browsers, pressing and holding the power and volume down button takes a normal screenshot, but swiping 3 fingers down on some Android phones or using the scrolling screenshot feature lets you capture the entire page.
Is it on iPhone too? How do you do it on iPhone? Hold on, let me pull up my phone here. Can you do it on iPhone or is it just Android?
I did try it recently. You could do it on iPhone too. Hold on. I'm going to show you.
I always just do the screen record, like the back right here. So here's the page, right? You do the regular screenshot.
Yes, show us.
Then you open it. Then you open the screenshot right there. And on the top, it says screen and full page. See if you see it.
Oh, yeah,
then you just tap full page right there. Boop. And then you got the whole page. That's it.
Yes. That is the way. So yeah, that feature is for the Android and this one is for the iPhone, which is pretty cool if you especially want to like take a whole screenshot of an entire article and just send it to a friend.
Nah, people are going to be using that for screenshotting people's messages. Don't ask why that's not what they're going to use that for, bro. You're going to be taking a screenshot of a decade worth of messages, bro. That's what that's going to be used for right there.
You're so right. It'll help during a fight.
Yeah, dude. You're like, I got the receipts. I got the receipts right here.
That's a dangerous one to use, actually.
Yeah.
Did you know that when you're struggling with like your tangled headphone cables, apparently when you fold them using, in a figure 8 and putting them away is like a simpler hack to untangle them because I usually just dump it in my bag.
Yeah.
I don't bother.
Well, but if you mean like tying it in a knot in a figure 8? Because if you just fold it in a figure 8, it's just going to come undone when you drop it.
Like tying it. So you take your wire. I don't have my earphones with me right now, but you take like a wire and then you kind of make it in the figure 8 and then you tie it like that, like up, down, and then you put a loop in the middle.
Yeah. Okay. And then you tie it like an extension cord where you tie it. Okay. Exactly. I also heard that like if you can have like a little container, it helps because apparently the more area you have, the more likely stuff is to get tangled. They did like a study on this, so if you can get like a little bag, like a little baggie to put it in, that will also help. You keep it small because in your pocket it's big. So yeah. But then again, whose headphones got wires on them? I mean, my computer one does, but like. Nobody's really carrying around wired headphones now.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Using wired headphones?
I have AirPods, but a lot of people are going back to wired earphones right now because of the Bluetooth thing.
Yeah, but come on, bro. You ain't getting nothing from the Bluetooth. Are you on that train? Are you afraid you're going to get ear cancer from the Bluetooth?
Well, I mean, I use it because of convenience. I feel like when you're on the go. Well, it's obviously not good to have it on for long hours. Apparently it's like associated with hearing loss as well. A lot of people have said
that. Yeah, if you got that thing cranked up to 11 or whatever.
Yeah. But use it within limits is always better than like just, having it on the whole time. Yeah, that could be dangerous for you. But I think earphones, I've seen a lot of people switching to earphones, even celebrities. A lot of the pictures of celebrities having wired earphones now versus AirPods. I think it's really coming back in.
Yeah, but I always got the AirPods because I work in construction. I can't be having a cord hanging off me. It's going to get caught in somebody's drill or a saw or whatever. No.
Yeah, that's so dangerous.
Yeah, for sure. So I can't be doing that.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And do you have some hacks that you want to share with us?
Do I have some? You're really putting me on the spot here. Do I have any hacks? Just randomly.
Internet hacks, like it could be. Not the HTTPS to make it a safe website. Okay, I'll give you like a couple more and then you give me some general hacks actually, because that may be a little helpful.
Okay.
Okay, this one is interesting. Yeah. So you know about the undo send emails, right, on Gmail?
Oh, I didn't know you could unsend an email. I know about it on text, but I didn't know about that.
This has saved my life at work so many times. You know when you have like those typos?
Yeah.
At the end of your email? Yeah. There's so many hilarious ones that I've seen on the internet. People have said some really funny stuff. So in Gmail, you can enable undo send in settings, which gives you like a 5 to 30 second window to like recall the email. I just used that today, by the way. Thank God I did, because I did have a big typo on it. pretty embarrassing. So yeah, that really helps. I use this one a lot actually. So Google Lens, if you're trying to look for something, and I do this a lot with, it's really a girl's thing, but let's say I'm watching a show and I really like a top that one of the celebs are
Yeah.
wearing. I take a picture of it and I go on Google Lens and I focus on that top. And then it shows me where I can like purchase it from. All the
That's pretty
sources,
cool.
all the websites where you can get that top from.
Yeah.
Or anything. If you want to look at, let's say, somebody's, yeah, it's an outfit related thing. If it's a cool pair of shoes that you spotted and you want to know where it's from, that you maybe spot on TV or like outside, you could just take a picture of it and then you could have the lens, well, crop it to that shoe, like
Yeah.
the image of that shoe. And then you could see like the whole search results of where the source of where they got it from.
That's pretty cool. That's
So
pretty
it
cool.
leads you to
Yeah, I
like
didn't know
different
that.
websites.
You see, that's what
Yeah.
Google Lens or whatever.
So on your Google app, you can just, there's a lens icon that is there. And then you could just click on that. You can click a picture or you can upload an image from your photo library. And then you could have that, you could crop that image in and then you'll see the different results. It's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of any hacks. I'm sorry to disappoint
Life
you.
hacks though?
I can't think of any.
Construction,
Dude.
any
I
like
can-
DIY, handy.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. It's hard. Just off the top. Do you got any just off the top?
Wait,
You
I'm
looked
sorry,
them
I
up.
put
You
you on
looked
the
them
spot.
up.
No,
I just
I'm
can't think of
sorry.
any hacks. No, that's
I
not a
think
problem. Yeah, it's just funny. I can't think of any hacks. Yeah, no, I can't think of any off the top of my head.
I'll tell you one funny. I freeze my bread.
You freeze your bread? Oh yeah, my mom does that.
Yeah, I
What is
freeze
that
my
about?
bread.
Why
I
do you
just
need
take
to
a
freeze
fast
it?
right? Because the expiry date of bread is usually what, like 5 days, especially if it's fresh, 4 days.
I guess, but like usually,
I don't
yeah, but I
go
don't really need to keep bread that long. You know what I'm saying? It usually goes by pretty quick. I guess if
Yeah,
you're
I don't-
buying it in bulk, like if you shop at Sam's and you're buying in bulk, I guess. But yeah, I just don't. I hate when people leave it in the fridge before you eat it. It's like, no, leave it on the counter. It's supposed to be room temperature. It's not supposed to
yeah.
be cold bread. Yeah, I don't like that.
Just
I don't mess
before
with
I
that.
can't finish it,
Yeah.
then I put it in the fridge so I could eat it for a few more days, especially if I get a big loaf of bread, because I don't go through the whole loaf in a week.
Yeah. What about hot sauce? You be putting that in the fridge or no?
No,
Yeah, people would do that. What about peanut butter? You be putting your peanut butter in the fridge? That's a yes. You don't have to do that. Did you know that? You
Yes.
don't got to put it in the fridge.
know.
Nah, you ain't got to put it in the fridge.
Nutella. I don't put my Nutella in the fridge.
Oh, Nutella? I don't know. But peanut butter, you ain't got to put in the fridge. Yeah, I don't know about Nutella.
Yeah, peanut butter I just keep in the fridge anyway. But like,
Yeah, no. But then it's too
Nutella.
hard. Yeah, no, when people do that, it's like a rock when you get it out. No.
yeah, that's true. But if you want to just nibble on it, it's fine.
Yeah, I guess if you're just eating it straight up. You're just eating it straight
Yeah,
up.
that's how we eat it, straight up. So I just like nibble on it.
Straight up.
Yep. All right. So that's all I have for. Thanks, Aiden, for coming over. And this was a fun one. Hope you had a fun time.
Yep, it was nice.
Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. And
All right, bye, everybody. Deuces.